Hello?
Lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Your mum's bits.
What?
Hi, I'm Abby.
And I'm Amy, and this is the AA meeting.
AA meeting.
Wow, that's become a bit of a thing, hasn't it? I think you do that every week. AA meeting.
I try to feel the silence
Yeah.
afterwards because we go AA meeting because then we both
And then
stop
drop
to
it.
breathe.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm like, if I don't say something now, I'm just going to start panting.
Well,
Yes.
welcome back.
Yes, welcome.
We're back in our new little studio setup
Yes,
situation.
this is the new norm.
It is. With a special edition this week.
Yeah, with a twist.
Wow. If you're listening and not watching, you have no idea what we're on about. We have this really nice neon sign that says the AA meeting, and it looks really cool and it's really special and it's right
Yeah,
between
we got
us.
a custom-made LED sign.
Yeah, it is for one. We're like for realsies now, hey?
Yeah, right?
We're not in preschool anymore.
No. We're in elementary school.
This is, yeah, like we've just graduated early primary school.
Yeah.
And we're here and ready to play some ball games.
Oh. Let's play some ball games.
I think we should.
Well,
anything else to add to that?
not really. I reckon we should just leave it at the ball games. But yeah, I've got a cool episode for you guys, so make sure you stick around.
Mhm.
And yeah, shall we roll?
I was about to do that.
Really?
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go.
Alrighty, so we had a big week this week.
Big week.
A special week.
Massive week.
Do you want to tell us why it was so big and so special and so massive?
It's my birth week.
It was Abby's birth week.
Yeah. Well, we kind of have been celebrating a lot, so it's my birth month.
Yeah. To birth you.
It's my, this year I was born.
Yeah.
So, for my birthday, it was my 21st.
+1.
Why does everyone have to keep saying that? It's okay. We could just leave it at 21.
Are
No,
you going to keep turning 21 until you're like 45 and everyone's like, that's the oldest looking 21 years?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
fair enough.
So no, it was my 22nd birthday, on last Thursday.
Mhm.
No, last Friday.
Friday,
So
yeah.
all the days have kind of like merged into one. And we had a really nice day.
We did have a lovely day.
Amy and I hung out during the day, which was so nice. We don't spend enough time together as it is,
No.
right?
No, not
We
at
don't
all.
have a podcast or anything together.
No,
we just
I
have to
know.
hang out all the
I
time.
barely see you.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's not even like we live together,
No,
right?
I know.
And so Amy and I hung out for the day. It was lovely. So much to catch up on. And then for the Arvo, I wanted to do this cute little like cork and canvas, but like one at our house. So if you don't know what that is, that's basically like drinking and painting. So we were all making like espresso teenies.
Yeah, I love me espresso
teeny. And we were all painting, and we all had quite a few different canvases each.
Yes, yeah. So we did a Bob Ross one first.
Yes, Bob Ross.
And here's my evaluation on that.
Right.
I love Bob Ross.
Yes.
His voice is very calming.
Yeah, he is.
But he paints so quickly that I was just so stressed the whole time. And it's just such like, you know, I feel like I should be so calm and relaxed because Bob
Right.
Ross is so calm and relaxed.
Yeah.
But I was like screaming. Like
Yeah.
it's full on.
Yeah, I feel like I was the only one that was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. And my painting turned out the worst.
No, it didn't.
Okay,
It was
we
the
were-
least like Bob Ross's.
we were
but
we were painting a sunset, and mine looks like a storm.
this is an angry sunset.
But everyone else was like, I'm stressed, he's going so fast. And I was just sitting there and I was like, flick the wrist, and I didn't even have a paintbrush. I had a sponge. Like, I wasn't even doing it properly. But no, we had a really good time. And then on Sunday was Anzac Day.
It was.
Yep, and that was like my big celebration here in Sydney. And so we got a whole group of us together and we went to this, to Royal Randwick, like the race course, because they were doing a special like Anzac Day tribute race day kind of a thing. And that was so fun.
It was so much fun. I've never been to the races before.
Ever?
No, I'd never been
Oh
before.
my gosh, there was so many of you who've never been before.
Yeah. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, normally it's quite different to that actually.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone was saying
yeah,
that.
there's heaps of people, and then like generally it's quite sunny. Like it got so cold.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so cold. And the sun was out. And I literally said to Abby before we left, I was like, oh, maybe I should take a jacket. Like, are we going to be in the sun? And Abby was like, no, like it's sunny. Like, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It gets quite hot actually.
And it turns out that the sun was
Yeah,
blocked
lo
by
and
the stadium
Clouds.
building, whatever the
Oh,
heck.
yeah, that's
Because it was
right,
like on the
actually.
other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so cold in the shade. We were in the shade the whole time. We were all like shivering because we were all in our
Literally.
nice dresses.
Yeah, our little dresses. You can't just bring a jacket with you as well, otherwise you've got to carry it.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was a really good time. And normally like there's no two up as well. Like that was just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an Australian thing.
Isn't that only, you can only play that on Anzac Day, can't you?
Yeah, I think, can you play it on Australia Day? Or
I have no
did
idea.
it? Oh, I think I got banned from playing on Australia Day because they used to play it at bars and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a game that the Anzacs used to play.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they play it on Anzac Day. And God, one of our friends
Lexi, oh my
went
goodness.
crazy with it. Hey, she was in there flipping it.
Yeah.
And she was the one who was winning all the money.
Yeah, she went in, she put $50 in, which
Yeah.
we were all like, idiot.
I know.
As if you would. Anyway, she walked out with $400 in her hand.
That's
so
ridiculous.
That's, and it's like a 50-50
It's
thing.
like it's her though. She
Yeah.
always gets lucky with things like that. I
Yeah.
feel like if we go to the cast, she'll just put $50 on something, and then we'll get hundreds back.
Yeah, it's nuts. I have never had beginner's luck for any kind. Like, I've gambled twice in my entire life, right?
Yeah.
Once on the poker machines, didn't have beginner's luck. Every person I ever know has had beginner's luck except for me. Lost $20 there. And then yesterday, I put $10 on the horses. That was it all day. 2 $5 races for the two, like,
Big favourites.
yeah, they were the 2 big favourites of the day. And lost all my money. So I'm never gambling again, which probably is a good thing. But
Right. Now, it's hard with the horses. You gotta, like, I know people, like, they're like, oh, like, barrack for the one that, not barrack, sorry, like, bet on the one that, like, has, like, the coolest name or, like, the favourite and stuff like that. But there's so much more that goes into it. You need to, like, look at who the jockey is, and then you need to, like, look at the trainers, and you need to, like, you know, read all the stats about the horse. Like, if the horse is good at, like, running on, like, wet grass, and, like, oh, it's just so much that goes into it to be able to pick a big
stupid.
winner.
I just picked my lucky number twice and they both failed me. So
I won.
yes, you did. Well, to be fair, you bet on the same horse as I did.
Yeah.
But then you bet on other horses that won. So.
Yeah, and then I checked my account this morning, and after the race is finished, I obviously still wanted to keep betting. I was betting in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I know. That was. We were in the Uber, and I look over.
And then I started betting on the dogs.
Oh no.
No, and you can't bet on the greyhounds, like, because they're such a hit and a miss.
And also, I just don't really agree with the greyhound racing.
Yeah, but that's like saying you don't agree with the horse racing.
Well, I don't really, but that's more of a like. I know that they like treat them well, whereas the greyhounds there's like a lot of.
Yeah, I know.
Mistreatment.
Well, I was on the winner's streak, and so I was like, I'm gonna keep betting, and I think I lost everything that I had. But oh well.
Right. Well. Anyway, so there's that.
Anyway, so it was a good birthday weekend.
Yes.
And it was really cool to spend it with all of our friends. And then, yeah, came back here for kick-ons after. Had an epic night on the DJ decks.
Yes.
Oh, wiki wah! Our friend has some DJ decks, so they brought them over.
And it was the first time too that like all of our friends have seen our new house.
Yeah.
Because we only just moved in like last week or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
that was cool too.
Yeah. Even though everyone was kind of in like a different dimension, like mentally.
Yeah. Well, it'd been a long day.
It
Like,
was
it's
a big day, yeah. But it'd be nice to have people over like during the day so they can actually see the place and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that. Moving on from that a little bit, I was actually thinking about this when we were doing the birthday brunch thing on Friday.
Yeah.
And this is something that I saw on TikTok months ago, but I think about it all the time. Like, it's really just stuck with me, right? And now that I'm, like, when I say it, everyone's probably going to be like, what's she on about? But you'll notice it now. Like, it'll become a big part of your life, I promise.
Yeah.
So, are you okay? Checking on your coffee.
I just swallowed an ice cube, like...
Oh. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know, my brain's so fried today. I must have thought it was like a tablet or something. I just swallowed it.
It's down the hatch.
Definitely an ice cube. It's melting in my throat.
Oh.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's right. Yeah, so I saw this thing on TikTok months ago saying how girls, so when males and females eat, girls always bring the food to their mouth, whereas boys go down to the food, right? And you're going to notice that now. Every time I see a girl, or even I, like, will bring the food up to my mouth, right?
Yeah.
I'll, like, put it on my fork and, like, bring it up to my mouth. Say, actually, no, it makes more sense with a burger. Say you're holding a burger and you bring it up to your mouth to eat it. A boy will always lean down to the food. And I've noticed it.
Yeah.
And, like, I've never seen an exception to the rule. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I have seen that a lot, actually.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I have some ideas.
Okay. Lay mummy.
I don't know if I should share some of them. No, okay, well, like, thinking about it, I think girls lift the food up to them because if they, like, bend down and start eating like that, like, that's, like, in fear of, like, being messy or, like, looking like a bloody gremlin or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think girls would pick it up to them because then they can still, like, look cute while they eat. No, that's
it is
so,
more
like,
proper, though.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like boys are like, when they're eating, they don't, well, this isn't all boys, but maybe they don't care about, like, how they look while they're eating, and they're like, I'm hungry and this burger's good, and they're, like, bending down to it.
It's weird, hey?
Yeah.
I've never seen an exception. All girls I've seen lift the food. Not that I watch people eat all the time because that's creepy, but, like, all girls bring the food up to their mouth and all boys lean down.
Right.
You'll notice it now. Everyone watching it or listening at home, you're going to notice it now. I'm telling you. Can that door stop?
I think it's the ghost.
Don't say that.
I think she followed us to the new house.
Don't say
And
that.
I know that we saged, but I feel like
She's stronger than the sage.
Yeah.
She's immune.
she's got a big presence.
Excellent news. Okay.
Yes.
Last week we talked about red flags for boys, right?
Yeah.
And so this week we thought, because we really like to, we're all about equality here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, we like to play the field from both ends.
Yeah.
Or whatever the heck the analogy is.
Yeah.
I don't think
What?
that was.
Play the field from
Yeah,
both
that's not
ends?
it. What's the analogy? We like to.
I don't know. Play all positions on the field.
Yeah, sure, something like that. Let's just, you guys know what I mean. And
We like to hit the bat with both ends of the stick.
you like to use both hands.
Oh my gosh, that's like Yasmin and I. The other day, we were sitting there for so long trying to figure out the saying with the where it's kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there for so long being like, no, it's kill two birds with two stones. And then we're like, yeah, that makes sense because there's a stone each for each bird. And I was like, no, that sounds weird. Maybe it's kill all the birds with all the stones. And we still didn't like figure it out until later. We were like, oh my God, no, it's kill two birds with one stone.
Oh dear.
Some sayings, they're just a bit weird, aren't they?
And then once you've lost them from your brain, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we talked about red flags for boys, and this week we wanted to talk about what do we think our red flags are?
Yeah, not even just like red flags in girls. No, like Abby and Amy's personal red flags that we know that we have, but we're just still probably not going to change them.
Yes. We're still putting them out there.
Yeah.
Even though they're red. We're waving them around.
Yeah.
What do you reckon yours are, Abby?
I think one big one of mine is that, like, I'm really stubborn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to say that about me.
I'm very, very stubborn. And I know that I'm stubborn. But yeah, and I'm not going to change that. And I think that's because, red flag number 2, I will just blame the stubbornness on my star sign. And then I will start to blame a lot of other things on my star sign. So, like, I think that's my second red flag, is that when something happens, I'm like, oh, it's fine, I'm a Taurus, that's why. Like, I use my star sign as an excuse, you know?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mine, I think, when I was single, this was definitely my red flag. I would just run away at any little sign of anything remotely serious, you know? Like
in a relationship-wise
or
life-wise?
No, like in regards to a relationship or like pre-relationship, whatever. Anytime anything felt a little bit like it maybe might go somewhere, I'd be like, peace out.
Yes.
And that was a problem of mine for several years. So that's one of mine. I'm working on this. I am. I'm all about self-improvement, and I'm really trying to stop myself from doing this. But I'm not very good at admitting when I'm in the wrong. And And I'll usually like try, even if I know that, oh yeah, that was probably my fault, I'll like try and find something in, not even like, I won't even say it out loud half the time, but I'll be like, in my brain be like, oh no, well that only happened because this person did this and then that thing happened and then, you know, so it's actually someone else's fault. And it's a big problem of mine and I'm working on it. And that is absolutely one of my red flags. But I'm trying my best. I am. And, you know, they say that the first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. And that is, this is my admitting
This is your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ones?
Well, I think a lot of people can relate to the not wanting to admit that they're wrong because that's like a self-pride thing. Because I definitely have that as well. I hate to stand there and be like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Do you know what I mean? I will do that or I will say that if it's necessary. But I will definitely as well try to avoid a situation where I have to say that, or like I will try and not like change the outcome, but I'll try and like be like, oh yeah, I was wrong about this, but I did this and I'm right about this.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
Like just try and make myself
feel a little bit better. Yeah. But another red flag that I have, I get like not bored, but I just get sick of things really quickly. And that's why, like, I think with my hair as well, I always get really sick of my hair really quickly. So that's why I always, like, change it up. And I mean, it's not like I'm dyeing my full head of hair, like, pink and then, like, all these crazy colors. But, like, that's why I have blue hair. Yeah. And then, like, that's why I have a fringe as well, because I like having a fringe and then pushing it back and not having a fringe, you know? Like, because I just get really sick of seeing the same thing. Like, not even just, like, in the mirror, but, like, even my clothes, like, I really don't like wearing the same thing twice because I just get really sick of it really quickly. So, I think what's that even called? I think it might have something to do with remember how I was talking to you about my, like, attention span? And like, if it's with something that I'm, like, not that passionate about, then, like, I find it so hard for me to have a focused, like, attention span. And I think it just stems from that. So I just get, like, sick of things really quickly. Or I'm like, oh, I'm over that and won't revisit it. So I think that's a red flag, which I'm not going to change. Yeah. Yeah, because that's who I am. Yeah, but I think that's it.
I'm sure there's probably things that I've done where that has been the red flag, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I don't even recognize them as, whatever.
True. Oh, yours is your, can I say one?
Yeah, okay.
You're like,
I'm worried.
You're like, bitch, what is it? Tell me to my face.
I'm a bit concerned.
Yours is just sometimes you're just a little messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love being organized.
Yeah.
I do. But I, like, when I'm in a mad rush, and especially, like, when things are really busy, like, I'm like, I don't have time to clean that. I'll do that when I have time.
Yeah.
So, like, my room is usually a bit of a problem.
Yeah. My mum always said to me, messy room, messy mind. Yeah. And so I always find, even when I'm so busy and stressed, it, like, makes me calm being able to, like, just make my room and make everything really clean. And then I'm like, okay, now I can deal with all my, like, messiness.
I'd like to clarify, though, I'm untidy, not messy in regards to, like, I don't know, hygiene or, like, you know, it's not like gross.
It's just that, like, if you're trying on clothes, you'll be like, I don't like this top, and you'll just put it on the floor.
Yeah, untidy is a better word.
Okay.
But,
what about me? You can fire on away at me. Yeah. That wasn't mean, right?
No. Okay. Red flag. So if I was a boy and I was talking to you,
like, this is like, okay, ready? This one's mean.
No, I'm trying to think. If I was a boy and I was talking to you, what would be?
I'd say or do something, and you'd be like, oh, red flag.
See, I have one, but I don't know if, like, they would necessarily recognize it. I think you just really like the chase, you know, like, okay. And I think this comes back to, like, getting bored of things quickly. Like,
yeah, I think so too.
Like, I feel like you just give up really quickly because it gets boring, which is kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't give up. I'm just like, oh, like, this is fun. And then, like, when they reciprocate, the chase is in, like, when I'm actually, like, with a boy or, like, when I'm seeing someone or whatever. Yeah. And I'll be like, this is really fun. And then they'll start to reciprocate things back to me. And then I'm like, oh, this isn't so fun anymore.
Yeah. I was going to say, you seem to prefer what you can't have sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
if
know.
it's difficult.
I know this, yeah. I've said it a million times. I've said it for years.
Yeah.
Oh, well. You know what? When I'm an older lady and I'm wise and I've experienced the world, then the right person will come by, and then I probably won't get, like, oh, this is boring,
Yeah, no.
you know?
Yeah, that definitely would have something to do with it. And I think it's just like, whatever, you're 21 plus 1, so you don't need,
Exactly.
you know, like, now's the time to have fun and whatever. But, like, anyway, that's all I have. Do you have any others for yourself?
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
okay.
it anymore.
Okay, well, then
I'm
let's move on very
disinterested
quickly.
in the comment. No, I'm kidding.
Let's move on very, very quickly.
Yeah, let's move on.
The next topic was sent in by
Callum.
And he was just asking questions in general about, like, getting out of the friend zone and, like, being in the friend zone.
Is there any point in trying to get out of the friend zone?
And so we're here to tell you, in regards to the friend zone, which for those of you who are unfamiliar, I'm not sure how you have missed this, but
we've all been in it before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you're friends with someone, but maybe, so say I was friends with someone, but I wanted more, but they only see me as a friend. I'm in the friend zone.
Yeah, and the friend zone is that little gap between the words girlfriend and boyfriend. You know what I mean? So if you're dating someone, there's no gap between them. That's one word.
That's a boyfriend,
right?
yeah.
That's your boyfriend. Oh, shoot. Oh. I'm getting really excited. I just punched my mic. Yeah, that's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right? Because one word you're together.
Yeah.
Right? But the friend zone is the gap between the word where he's a boy that's your friend.
Yeah.
It's that gap.
So, Abby, is there any point in trying to get out of the friend zone?
I think that there is a chance to get out of the friend zone. I don't think it's a, like, never gonna be done before kind of a thing. Or, like, it has happened in the past, you know. But, like, I think that you should never give up, like, hopes for it. That doesn't mean that, like, continuously you're always trying.
Yeah,
it just means every now and then, like, you say or you do something or something sparks where it, like, you can potentially get out of it. What about you? Do you think that there's a way out?
I think there is
With the right person.
a way out, yeah, but from what I've seen and experienced and whatever in real life, so, like, obviously in the movies, people get out of the friend zone all the time, whatever. This isn't Disney Channel. I think from what I've seen in real life, you can get out of the friend zone, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone stay there. Like, I've never seen it work after that. Like, I've seen people get out of the friend zone, but then it doesn't last because, like, I think when you're at a point where you're such good friends with someone, if you're, like, just acquaintances and then you become more than that, then, like, I don't think that ever really counted as a friend zone. You know what I mean? Like, I think you have to have been really, really good friends with them. And then from what I've seen, when it does go further than that, it's usually, like, you just see them as...
You still see them as friends.
Yeah, or, like, I don't know, all of my really great guy friends I see like a brother, you know? And so, like, even if I were to try to make that go further, which I wouldn't because I'm in a very happy relationship, but, you know, then I don't think it would last very long because there's always that little part of you that used to see them in a non-romantic way.
Right.
That's my take on that. So I think you can get out of it, but I think it's really, really hard to stay out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are have you got tips on how to get out of it?
I think you were right with, like, just keep on keeping on, but just don't be, like, over the top about it. And I think just make your, what am I trying to say? Your goal, like, obvious, you know, like, you can't let them keep thinking that you only see them as a friend. If you don't see them as only a friend and you want to get out of the friend zone, then you need to make that obvious.
Yeah, but you can't, like, say it every day.
No. But, like, as long as you're not, like, just going along for the ride in the friend zone train and being like, yeah, this is fine, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
You know, like, they need to know that that's where you eventually want to be.
Yeah.
Do you have any others?
Yeah. I think it depends on, like, the situation that you're in with them in regards to, like, if they're dating someone already. Like, obviously you can't
don't mess with
intrude
that.
on someone else's relationship. But then if they break up with that person, you got to be really careful with like moving on from there, because you don't want to seem like the dude who like swoops in and just like is comforting her while she's broken up with this dude, and then like you're only there for 2 minutes and then she palms you off and goes back to, do you know what I mean? Like, it really depends on like what situation you're in with these with this friend. But like I think that there's definitely a possibility of getting out, and I think that you can stay out. But it just depends on your situation. Like, I think what you just said, you need to make it known to that person how you feel, but you can only make it known to that person when you're like both ready. Yeah. Because I don't think that you could say, oh, I love you and I want to be with you, and they're already with someone else.
Oh, no.
And then also like you need to be actually ready for that. Yeah, in that stage of your life. Like, you might be in love with them for like 10 years before you're both like finally ready and stable for you to be able to say that, and then it potentially to work out from there. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you need to wait 10 years to get out of the friend zone. No. But I think, it's very like circumstantial for your situation. Yeah.
I think if it's supposed to work, if you're supposed to get out of the friend zone, then you will.
Then you will.
And you shouldn't have to try that hard to get out.
Yeah.
If you're not. If you're supposed to be together.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. And you will do exactly what you're supposed to do exactly when you're supposed to do it.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So like, it shouldn't be hard. You know, like relationships shouldn't be hard. I mean, obviously, like, relationships are a working thing and you're working together and you have to work through like hardships and stuff together, but like it should be like easy. You know? And so if you're just like battling like battling an uphill fight or whatever it is, like, it shouldn't be like that. It should just be really easy. Oh shit, why do I keep hitting the mic? So I think the possibility's there. Should sort of be right timing and
So we haven't really given you much advice. We've just been like, hey,
we've just said
good luck.
It's possible, and
but that's kind of all we can give you. So good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Oh God, have you ever been in a situation like that? Oh, you don't have to answer that. Or has anyone ever? Oh, you don't have to answer that either. Never mind.
Do you want to share any stories?
No, not really.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. And just quickly pick this back up real quick. Just keep it going. Okay. Keep running. We're playing another round of F1 Marry One Kill One, which we have played here before. But this is a Disney Villain special, as sent in by Meg.
Yes,
so hello, Meg, and thank you for your suggestion.
Thank you, Meg.
F1 Marry One Kill One. Disney Villains.
Disney Villains.
Okay.
Okay, Amy.
Yes.
F1 Marry One Kill One. Megamind. Vector, who's from Despicable Me.
Yep.
And Darth Vader.
Ooh.
Ooh. I love Megamind.
Yeah, I'd marry Megamind.
Yeah, that'd be a fun life, right? He's so funny.
Who is it? I'd kill Vector. And then Darth Vader. Yep.
Hit me up.
Let me know how you're going. Okay, Abby. Yeah. We've got Jafar from Aladdin.
Jafar!
With the really crazy beard.
Oh, I'm scared of that.
Miss Hannigan from Annie. Is that her name? Is that her name? We love you, Miss Hannigan. Yeah. The mean lady from Annie.
Oh, the orphan mum.
Yeah.
Of Rat.
Yeah. And Snow White's mean stepmom.
Ooh. Okay. I'm killing Jafar.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because no thanks. I'm marrying the evil stepmom from Snow White.
I think she's pretty cashed up, so that's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, she's the one with the mirror. She wants the mirror. Yeah. Yeah, she seems kind of fun.
Yeah.
We might have a great life together.
Fair.
And then that means that I'm spending the night with Miss Hannigan.
Yeah, okay. Amazing.
Amazing.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. Okay, I got another one for you. Okay. Corella DeVille.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Trudgebull.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And, who else have we got? And this isn't really Disney, but Neville from iCarly.
Neville.
Have you seen iCarly?
Yeah, what does he look like again?
He's the one who's like, you'll rule the
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cruella de Vil, Neville. Who was the third one?
And Mrs. Trudgebull.
Miss Trunchbull. I'm killing Miss Trunchbull. I was so scared of her when I was younger.
used to terrify
That room
me.
that she'd lock the kids in.
Oh my god.
No, thank you. Tom, thank you.
Tom Handkerchief.
Just quickly, you know what I found out this week? A bit of trivia for you.
What?
Oh, I think I already told you this.
Oh,
Hugh Grant, his middle name is Mungo. Hugh Mungo Grant. I'm not kidding you. You can look it up.
Yeah, and then I said to you, I was like, I wish his first name was Richard.
Yeah, no, his last name.
Oh, last name was
Hugh
Richard.
Mungo Richard, yeah.
Hugh
It's
Mungo
actually Hugh John Mungo, but that doesn't matter. It's Hugh Mungo Grant. Isn't that the funniest thing
Oh
you've
my
ever heard?
god, why didn't he change his middle name?
No idea.
Oh, why doesn't he use that as his name? People would.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Hugh Grant, he's already famous as
Yeah.
he is, but.
And he's like it'd be different if he was like a comedy, he does like rom-coms, you know?
True.
Anyway, what's his face from Shrek? The short dude. What's his name?
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Oh, love me a Lord Farquaad.
Maleficent.
Oh, the Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. I've done you a favour there.
Oh, those cheekbones.
And gosh, why can't I think of any Disney villains? Oh, what's her name? Is it Ursula?
Oh yeah, Ursula.
From
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah.
I'm killing Ursula.
Yeah, fair.
She's really scary.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, that puts me in a terrible spot. Do I want to marry or spend the night with Lord Farquaad? I think I'd have to spend the night with Lord Farquaad and then marry Maleficent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I couldn't spend my life with Farquaad.
No.
I'd get scoliosis from bending over to look at him.
Yeah, and also he'd be such a pain in the bum.
And also we have like matching hair.
Yeah.
I cut a bob. Okay, last one for you, Ames.
Mm-hmm.
Gaston.
Mm-hmm.
The Grinch.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah. And the mum from Tangled. What's her name? She sings that Mother Knows Best.
Mother knows best.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
Anyways.
Okay, I would. Who was the second one, sorry?
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Gaston,
Oh.
Grinch, and Tangled's mum.
I'm killing Tangled's mum.
Yeah, she's a witch, isn't she?
She is a bit of a biatch.
Yeah. Pain in my batch.
I would marry the Grinch because he
Wow.
grows a heart by the end, and he had a cute dog.
True.
And then I'd
He's-
spend the night with Gaston.
Wow. What a night that would be.
I'm scared of him, but that's okay. Okay, last one. Ready?
Yeah.
Hades from Hercules.
Okay.
The big dude with the blue hair.
Ooh, my type.
Uh-huh. The Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
You can use whatever version of the Queen of Hearts that you like.
Yeah, they're all weird.
Or this isn't Disney, but I'm throwing it in there for fun. Voldemort.
Oh! Oh, we thought
Is it-
Voldemort. What am I trying to say?
Voldemort. Okay, so you've got Queen of Hearts, Hades, Voldemort.
Wow, okay. Voldemort. Oh,
It's quite the lineup.
Voldemort's come up a few times on this podcast.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, I think we used Voldemort for the last F1 Mario and Villain.
Yeah.
Because I remember being like, and I was about to say this just then, if it was just Tom Riddle. then
Yeah, Tom Riddle's
Mario.
something special, isn't he? Okay. I have to kill the Queen of Hearts
Fair
because I can't with her.
No.
And the version that I watched when I was younger, her head was literally in the shape of a heart.
I know the one you're
talking about.
talking
It used
about.
to scare the hell out of me. So no thanks. Left, right, good night. See you later. That means I'm either spending the night or marrying Voldemort or Hercules.
Hades.
Oh, God. I'm going to spend the night with Voldemort.
Mm-hmm. And marry Hades.
And marry Hades.
He's like, Hades is a god.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, you've set yourself up pretty well.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I don't blame you for that. Okay, very good.
Very nice.
Shall we move on? This is Shit We Don't Understand.
Shit we don't understand.
ASMR. Shit we don't understand. Oh, nice. And the nails.
There's little crab hands.
Okay.
Shit we don't understand.
What are you guessing today, Abby?
How does the moon control the tide?
Yeah. So we know that the moon does control the tide.
Yeah.
We know that that's a thing that happens.
I don't know how it happens.
But how does it do it?
Yeah.
What's your first guess?
Okay, so, like, they just, like, talk to each other. Like, the image that I've got in my head right now is from that show.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yeah, where the moon
I
talks.
knew exactly
right?
what you were saying, yeah.
Thank you, you're on my wavelength. Where the moon talks.
Yeah.
And so he's like, when everyone's asleep, the moon's, like, to the tide. Like, in my head, he sounds like, bye, buddy, I hope you find your dad. That's what he sounds like.
So
from
12
Nemo.
o'clock tomorrow, we're here.
Yeah, he's
1
like,
o'clock, we're here.
he's like, yep, he's like, I'm putting the marks in the sand now, tide.
Yeah.
And the tide's like, okay, boss. And then, like, yeah. So they just, like, talk to each other.
Yeah, that's not quite it.
Okay.
Do you have any other
That's my
guesses?
best guess. No.
Okay.
Okay, I have another guess, but, like, still doesn't kind of really make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, like, so, obviously, like, all the planets and stuff are in orbit, and we're all orbiting the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I think what's happening is that because we're orbiting the sun, it takes us 365 days to get around the sun completely. The moon orbits Earth, though, right? And I think when we're going around the sun at, like, a certain point, we're on the axis, so we're, like, on, I don't know, some diagonal thing, and then, like, that means that the moon is, that's why the moon's, like, different, not shapes, but, like, that's why it goes into, like, a small crescent and then, like, you know, back up to, like, half and then, like, a full moon and stuff like that. So I think it has something to do with the, like, crescents of the moon. But, like, I don't, so I think maybe, like, when the moon is small, in a small crescent, then the tides are small. But when the moon is in a big crescent, it's just bigger, and then the tides are bigger. But I don't know how they link it together.
Well, the things you're saying are correct, yes, but that's not
yes.
quite the, like, we're looking for that middle.
Yeah,
piece.
I can't understand the middle thing.
It's easier than you think it would be. If that, it doesn't help with anything, but, like, I read it and I went, oh, of course.
Yeah, big moon, big tide.
Yeah.
How big tide with big moon?
Do you have any other guesses, or do you want me to just tell you?
Can you tell me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how you're right about how the moon orbits the Earth?
Yeah.
So we all know about gravity, right? And so the moon has its own gravitational pull as well, and the Earth has one, and they're pulling on each other, right? So they both have the same level of gravitational pull on each other. Does that make sense? And that's why the moon orbits the Earth.
Yeah.
But high and low tides are caused by the moon's gravitational pull, generating something called tidal force. The tidal force causes Earth and its water to bulge out on the side closest to the moon and the side furthest from the moon. These bulges of water are high tides. So basically the gravitational pull from the moon, because the Earth is pulling too, it's pulling the water. Yeah. And that's literally it. No, this makes so much sense. Okay, so a full moon is because the sun is shining on the moon to the point where we can see all of it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Tides are higher when the moon is full because at that time the gravity from the moon and the sun are pulling together on the Earth. So that's the sitch there. Do you have any other questions?
So that makes sense for the full moon,
Yeah.
right? And then when the moon's in, like, a smaller crescent and stuff,
It doesn't
obviously
have...
it makes sense that it's not, not as high tide because it doesn't have the, like, gravitational, I'm going to say push, because that makes more sense in my head because it's pushing down on the Earth. It doesn't have it coming from the same exact angles.
Yeah.
That makes sense as to why it's not.
Yeah.
Right. How the hell did they find that out? These are the things that I'm so confused. Like, did someone go out there with some fucking massive, in my head I'm thinking like a plunger and like he's trying to test out like the gravity. Like, how do they even know that? I hope there's no astronauts listening. Imagine they listen to the AA meeting as they're doing like rocket launch to like calm themselves down.
Oh my goodness. Okay, can you please send us a message? Not like if you're... I want to know some crazy places that people have listened to the AA meeting.
Yeah.
Like, what's the weirdest place that you've ever listened to our voices?
Oh, yeah.
That would be very interesting to me.
Yeah, send us a message or anything like that. Let us know.
Please. We can keep it anonymous if it's really weird, but I just really want to know. Not like, nothing inappropriate, please. I don't need to know the details, but like...
No, tell us. I want to know. Not like the details, but like, tell us.
Yeah, let us know if you've ever listened to us while something strange happened in your life or while you were somewhere strange. Please. Thank you. Question of the podcast.
Question of the podcast. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa, whoa, ooh, whoa, whoa, yo, yeah. You got the next one.
Ooh, whoa, whoa, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what comes after.
Ooh, whoa,
Ooh, whoa, whoa, ooh, whoa, 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 yeah.
This is the sad, somber one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know this one.
Oh, whoa. And then it's another sad one. Ooh, whoa, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
We did miss one where it goes, yeah. Oh, question of the podcast is not written down.
No. So I'll just like
we'll just word vomit it until we think it might make sense to you guys.
So essentially, what are some businesses that you feel like should have shut down a long time ago, and because they haven't, they must be sus? Like, there must be something weird going on there. They're either
there's something
money
really
laundering.
Sus because, no one ever goes there, but there's so many of them and they're not out of business or going into liquid. Yeah.
They're not liquid yet.
They're not liquid. They're not liquid detergent yet. They're not in my washing machine washing my clothes. Speaking of.
Oh, your clothes are in the washing machine.
They are, but laundromats.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now, like, I feel like they were probably big 20 years ago.
Yeah,
but...
they're not just doing the clothes laundry.
No. And
they're laundering the money through that,
They must be. Because if you pay, like 20 cents for, I don't know how much they are. Like $2 or something.
I've done it. I did it once in America because we were there for, like, weeks and, like, we were staying in hotels and stuff. Like, we couldn't get our stuff washed. So we went to laundromats and, we paid, like, a quarter or maybe it was a couple quarters per load, which is like $1 or something like that, like $1.
So how are they making rent?
Money? And it's not even like there's a lot of people in there.
No.
And even nowadays, like that was still like 7 years ago I went to that and it was like really on the outs. Like even nowadays, like no one goes out to do their laundry. Like everyone has a washing machine in their house. Or you just put your clothes in the bathtub and just put some detergent in and just swoosh, swoosh.
Yeah. Very sus.
Very sus, right?
Very sus. My next one is Gloria Jeans. They have terrible coffee.
It's like the coffee club as well. Do you agree?
Yeah, coffee club has good food though.
Oh, okay. I'm not really actually, sorry to sidetrack. I'm not really one to when I go to a coffee shop, I don't like look in the window and go, ooh, I want that. But I find that you are always like, ooh, look at that big fat croissant. Do you know what I mean?
Very
and you're
food
like, look at that slice. I'm going to get that slice.
Yeah.
Like you're a sucker for those little the window shopping in the coffee shop.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Right. They get me every time.
Yeah. So Gloria Jeans.
Gloria Jeans, they have bad coffee and you never see a line up there, but they're everywhere. And they're in like big shopping centres and stuff. They'd be paying a lot for rent.
Yeah, and it's not like people choose... It's not like it's just there and you're like, oh, I've got to go to Gloria Jeans and that's how they make their money. No, they're in places like food courts where they can choose from like 20 other coffee shops, like people can.
With better coffee.
Yeah, and like how are they still alive?
Don't know, not sure.
Don't know.
What's your next one?
Oh, the big like department-y, like warehousey shops, like the party ones. For example, there's one in Alexandria that's like the big Christmas shop.
Yeah, like, or even there's like Halloween stores.
Yeah.
But in Australia, Halloween isn't very big.
Yeah,
Christmas stores.
And that's just for one like part of the year.
Yeah.
Like how is that Christmas store not going broke for like what? Like maybe 9 months out of every year.
Yeah,
Like it's still open
very
now.
sus.
And it's April. There's like how many months till Christmas?
Lots.
Oh, I just freaked myself out. I was like, there's 6 months till Christmas.
Yeah, no, more than
No,
that.
there's like 8 or 9 months till Christmas. How are they still in business?
Yeah, that's very sus.
Right?
The obvious one is Red Rooster.
Yes.
Something weird is happening there. Have you ever tried Red Rooster?
Once, because it was the only thing
Yeah.
there. It was like that and some coffee thing. And I was young. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not having coffee. I'll have hot chips or something like that.
Yeah.
And no, it was at Gold Coast Airport.
I was going to say, I've tried it once at Gold Coast Airport.
Before the airport was done up. Like there was no Macca's. There was only the Red Rooster there. And their chips taste like fucking eggs.
Yeah.
They're so gross.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. And like every time you drive past one, there's never anyone in there. There's no one in the driveway.
It's a ghost town. But they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And like who chooses to go to Red Rooster? No. I will choose Hungry Jack's over Red Rooster. And I've been to Hungry Jack's maybe twice.
Yeah.
But if there was an option of the two, I'd choose Hungry Jack's.
Yeah. Red Rooster, sus. Something weird is going on there and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Oh God, that's so weird. It's like mattress shops. Right? Just literally like whatever, like Mattress King or whatever they're called, where they only sell mattresses, okay? Like, people will buy a mattress in like a set with a bed frame, like online, or like at a furniture shop where you can get the mattress in the bed frame. Like, I don't think I've ever known anyone to go and just buy a mattress from a mattress shop.
But then even if you did, people keep their mattresses for years.
For years, right? And I understand that a mattress can be anywhere from a couple hundred to like thousands. But still, they would need to sell a lot of mattresses a day or a week to like keep the business alive.
Yeah.
Like Snooze, right? How is... And everyone knows the jingle.
Yeah.
It's amazing what a little snooze can do. Like, how is that still running?
Yeah, bit sus.
Real sauce.
That is strange.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that one. That was a good one. I did have one more that I just thought of and it left my brain. Oh, there's this place on Canterbury Road when I drive home from babysitting and whatever. There's been a few other jobs I've done where I've driven home and driven past this place. And it's a store. It's huge.
Yeah.
Specifically selling those little kids' cars that look like adult cars, but they're tiny and they're
Are they
for kids to sit in.
motorized or are they just
I think they're
plastic
motorized.
ones?
That's all they sell, and it's this massive shop with them all in the windows.
Is there ever any people there?
I mean, I can't really see because it's like usually like kind of dark in there, but there's
Right.
never anyone in the car park. And like, how many little kids' motorized cars do you need to buy? You know,
True.
that's sus. And there's also another one that sells Jesus statues on the same road, and it's huge. And I can't imagine that many people are buying huge Jesus statues.
Yeah, like a full like life-size statue.
Surely not. And
Surely
then like, I mean, maybe people are buying little ones for their house or whatever, but like you wouldn't be making rent on such a busy road for such a big shop. I suppose they're probably funded by Jesus or something, who knows. But like, very sus.
Right. That's weird.
It is weird. But I think about that car one every time I drive past. I go,
how can that afford to still be open?
yeah. Do you have any others?
Yeah, like other like technology companies other than like Samsung and Apple. I mean, like how is Dell a thing?
I reckon Dell was
Years
really
ago,
big.
yeah,
And they've just
but-
invested their money well, and that's how they've stayed afloat. But
Right, but even like, what are all the other ones called? Like, I know some people with some weird laptops, and I'm like, I've never seen that laptop before. And they're like, I got it for $100. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you get that so cheap? And it's, you know,
yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, some weird
Because
technology.
Apple has really like taken over.
Yeah. But do you know that Samsung's higher than Apple?
Really?
So I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast with Elon Musk. And they were chatting about like Tesla and stuff like that. And like now Tesla is like the number one company. I can't remember if it was just like profit wise or if it was like it's like number one in stocks kind of a thing. But like Tesla was now at number one, and they were like and Apple's been like now bumped down to number 3. And I was like, well, what the fuck's number 2? Samsung.
I suppose though, Samsung has like TVs and like
Oh, and, like, a
DVD
fridge.
players and fridges.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they're not just phones and laptops.
But who the hell buys a Samsung phone?
Oh, very few people.
Like,
but they'd be
I
making
don't
a lot of
really
their
know-
money elsewhere,
I really
think.
don't know anyone else who has like Samsung phones. Everyone has Apple.
Yeah.
And like when I got my laptop, I didn't even think about any other
No.
brands. Like I was like, no, Apple, you know?
Even though I have noticed recently, because I was doing that promo stuff where I had to like help people with their phone things, a lot of people have Androids. Like more than I expected. It's mostly like middle-aged to like older people have
Yeah,
them.
well, it's probably because like iPhones are so expensive.
Yeah.
And so they're probably like, oh, I'll just get this one, does the
Yeah.
same thing, you know?
But I reckon I've seen more Androids than I have Apple phones.
Oh,
but that would be
really?
mostly because I'm helping people. So the people that need help are like older people that
Yeah,
don't
they
know how
don't
to
really
use
know
their
how to
phone.
work their phones,
And
yeah.
the people with Apple know what they're doing and can do
Yeah.
it themselves. But yeah, I've seen
That's
a lot
interesting.
of Androids.
Yeah, I think Apple is definitely a like younger.
Yeah.
It's like a cool
Yeah.
thing to have.
Yeah.
You know?
That was in air quotes, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I said that. I wasn't just saying cool.
It's a cool thing to have.
Like that. No, I air quoted. Yeah, it's like cool to have Apple products.
Yeah.
And I even think that. I
Yeah.
don't want to get another laptop because I think it's cool to have a Mac.
Well, so I don't know how to use anything else now.
Yeah, true. And I'm terrible at technology as
Yeah.
it is. Anyway,
I think that's just about all we have this week.
yeah, I think we should just wrap it up.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Yeah, and sell it at the sandwich shop.
We should.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yes, very nice. Got it.
You guys know what to do. Like things, message us about things if you want.
Please message us where you listen to the podcast.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, or like something weird you've done. Like even like, oh yeah, like you girls motivate me and I run to your podcast.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine
Maybe
that?
we should put a thing on our story being like, where's the weirdest place you've
listened to the
just
AA
to prompt
meeting.
people to actually do it. Because I
Yeah.
would be really interested.
Because I remember early on this boy messaged us and he was like, oh, I was listening to your podcast and my parents walked in and they thought that I
That's
was
right.
like attending, because he was watching it, sorry.
Yeah.
And they thought that he was like attending like a virtual AA meeting
Yeah.
like thing on like Zoom or whatever, like he was
Yeah.
attending the group. And then he said that he was just, he had some really awkward conversations with his parents after that. So yeah, like tell us if we've not like put you in a position like that, but if
Yeah.
something like that's happened
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, what are you listening to? Or like if you're doing
Yeah.
something weird.
Please.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, rate us 5 stars on everything and like things and follow things and
Yeah, get us back into the top 100 of Apple podcasts.
please.
Please. So you got to give us a 5-star. You got to give us a review.
Mm-hmm.
You can subscribe to us there. Subscribe to us on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's about
I
it.
think so.
Yeah, I know we say this all the time, but exciting things coming.
Yep.
As always.
See you next week for a pretty funky, fun episode.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go.
Salem. Oh no, you okay?
I was trying to get rid of my veggie.
You what?
My wedgie in the front.
Oh my god, we need to be careful of our legs. Look at this.